Now that your egg collection is over and embryos are frozen, the next big question couples ask me is, what happens next? How do we plan the embryo transfer? You see, this stage is extremely important because a frozen embryo transfer is not automatic. It needs to be planned, optimized, and personalized to give you the maximum possible chance of a pregnancy. Over the years, I've realized that when patients understand the process clearly, anxiety reduces and outcomes improve. So today, I want to walk you through what I call my 7-step mantra for optimizing success with frozen embryo transfer. And that's what I've written in my book as well, The Ultimate Guide to IVF. Think of this as the exact discussion I would have with you across the table. The first and foremost question we ask is, are the embryos genetically tested? You see, this matters because whether an embryo is chromosomally normal or not has a huge impact. This affects your implantation, miscarriage risk, and expectations from the cycle if we have a genetically normal or euploid embryo. This affects your implantation, miscarriage risk, and expectations from the cycle. If we have a genetically normal or euploid embryo, the chance of implantation is higher. The chance of miscarriage is lower. Counseling becomes much cleaner. If embryos are not genetically tested, pregnancy can still happen, but outcomes become more variable. This one factor often decides how aggressive or conservative we are with the rest of the plan. The next question is simple but very powerful. How many embryos are available? Why is this important? If we have several embryos, we have flexibility and we can proceed step by step. When there is only one embryo, the stakes are higher and we want to optimize everything before we transfer. The fewer the embryos, the more carefully we plan. This is where the preparation comes in. Before transferring an embryo, we ask, is the body and the uterus ready to receive it? We might need to address things like weight or metabolic health, endometriosis, hydrosalpinx, vitamin deficiency, chronic inflammation, or gut health. An embryo can only implant if the environment supports it. Sometimes waiting a few weeks to correct these issues gives a much better chance than rushing into transfer. Not every patient needs additional tests. This is very important to understand. The extra tests are done selectively, not routinely. These may include hysteroscopy to look inside the uterus, infection screening, and if indicated, selective immune testing in repeated failures. Doing more tests does not automatically mean better results. Doing the right test for the right patient definitely does. Next, we decide how to do the frozen embryo transfer. The options that we have are natural cycle, modified natural cycle, and hormone replacement or medicated cycles. The choice really depends on whether you ovulate naturally, your hormone patterns, medical history, and sometimes even convenience. This choice depends on whether you ovulate naturally, your hormonal patterns, medical history, and sometimes the convenience of the patients as well. There is no single best protocol for everyone. The best protocol is the one that suits you. Finally, we decide, are we transferring a day 3 or a day 5 embryo, and how many embryos are we transferring? This depends on embryo quality, genetics, age, past pregnancy, history, safety, risk of multiple pregnancy, and of course, the law of the land. The aim is not just pregnancy, but a healthy, safe pregnancy. Finally, what is it that we do on the day of embryo transfer to optimize and increase your chances of success? This final step focuses on execution and the environment. And here are the various things we can probably do for some or all of you. Intrauterine HCG when appropriate. Some medications or injections being given to reduce the uterine contractions. We try and ensure that your urinary bladder is full so that when we do the ultrasound, we can visualize the uterus and the lining very clearly so that embryo transfer becomes smooth. Use of an embryo glue to support the embryo sticking to the uterine wall when of course indicated. Laser assisted hatching, that means we put a laser on the embryo to break open the outer shell so that the embryo sticks much better. Creating a calm environment without hurry sometimes helps the patient remain relaxed because a smooth, gentle and calm transfer matters more than what most people realize. So this is my 7-step mantra for a frozen embryo transfer. You see, because a frozen embryo transfer is not just one decision, it is a series of thoughtful decisions made step by step. And when patients understand this process, anxiety reduces, trust improves, and expectations become more realistic. So if you're planning a frozen embryo transfer, I strongly encourage you to understand these steps, ask questions, and be part of the decision-making process. Because you see, clarity is a powerful part of the treatment. I hope you like this video. Share it with someone who's going through this entire journey of IVF and follow me for more such videos.